Okay, Reggie. Before we get into our next series of questions, I wanted to see if you had anything that you wanted to speak on or anybody you wanted to shout out before we get started.
Well, shout out, of course, Mob James McDonald. Appreciate you coming through on those last 2 weeks of episodes for me and John over here at Bomb First and the community. He'll be back. Don't think y'all like, oh shit, we just wanted Reggie and James. James will be back, but y'all got to remember, James got some other obligations with Gangster Chronicles and MC8 and Big Norm still. So we had to make sure we didn't wear him out. So we'll get James back out here. Give us time to get some more good questions from Big James. Of course, y'all. A lot of y'all been saying y'all don't see us on Tubi, and me and John been promoting Tubi. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't went and watched anything recently, so maybe y'all got to put in instead of Bomb First, Reggie Wright. I should have had John check into that to see what's the correct way to get to Tubi, so the content can come up, or maybe they pulled us down already. I don't know, but as long as me and John still getting our checks, we okay. And John will laugh about that. That's a joke. The second thing is Death Row East t-shirts. Y'all done miss Valentine's Day. It's only 2 or 3 days away, so don't do that. Don't do that because you might not get them on the 14th. And go watch y'all, after y'all check this out and view this, go watch the Super Bowl show today, y'all. The game, but the show. My girl Rihanna. We're going to come back later. Me and John going to go and watch the game, and then we're going to start back taping after that. We just wanted to get this one episode up today. And so we'll be doing some more taping after the game. Because me and John about to check out the game. I'm going for KC, John going for Philadelphia. So we'll see who's right. Y'all know my thing is I usually go for a black coach or a black quarterback. And there's 2 black quarterbacks this time, so I don't go for the mixed guy. The guy that's black and white. Patrick Mahomes. So check that out, y'all. Yeah, John, I think that's about it, buddy.
Okay. The first thing I wanted to ask you about and kind of jog your memory on is at the time that Keefe D made his confession to Greg Kadings, who all in that white Cadillac was still alive, was still around? Do you remember?
Oh, Lord, you've been watching Arts Channel again, huh? Yeah, I heard Big Gene, and that's why I keep telling y'all, Gene he been calming down on he been hating on Tupac a lot lately, saying Tupac would have got beat up by Puffy. Tupac couldn't fight why would you go to the guy that couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag or something like that? So I didn't like those statements that Big Gene said. Other than that, y'all, I know how easy it is to mess up stuff. And the only reason I'm correcting it or saying anything about it is because I know a lot of you guys don't want to research. And the last thing y'all hear, y'all believe. But Gene made a couple of inaccurate statements. I know he's been listening to us a lot because I noticed he repeating a lot of stuff that Reggie been telling y'all. You know, but other than that, Gene been doing a fair job. So no disrespect to Gene. Shout out Gene. I wish one day we can sit down like gentlemen and go over things so we can clear up things, because I'm sure some things I done said that was probably miss or inaccurate. As my boy DJ Coma, Me Against the World, and Urban Flavor, D Ward, and people like that would like to always correct Reg in the comment section. So I get it, when we misspeak and say things that are kind of infactual. But the latest thing that I know that John probably, and I swear me and John don't talk about this stuff in advance, as y'all believe, but I know what he said that made John go, whoa, to ask that question. Big Gene said, and like I said, I'm just correcting things because y'all too lazy to go research it, or maybe just don't know it. I don't know. That everyone was dead except Keefe D when when he made that confession. Not accurate, y'all. Not accurate. T. Brown was still alive when he made that. When Keefe D made that confession. T-Bone, the driver of the vehicle, Terrence, was still alive. And so I just wanted to correct that. He also said in that interview that Napoleon said that a big black arm came out of the window. Well, I've been around gunshots before. I know a lot of y'all only saw it on Call of Duty or PlayStations or the movies or TV. But I've been around them. First thing you do when you hear gunshots is you duck. You try to get the motherfucking out of the way, y'all. So it was Yaki Gaddafi who I think the second guy whose name he was trying to come up with. But Napoleon was never in Vegas that night when, he eventually came the next day, but he wasn't in Vegas the night when Tupac and Suge was shot. So I just want to clarify that to answer John's question. Correct that. And the big black arm thing, hey, shit. If somebody's shooting, they all look black. All he was just trying to say, the motherfucker was black that was shooting. I don't have no dog in the pony to care who is the one that shot. 4 motherfuckers get in the car and say, we going to go do this or this go down, you all guilty. So I don't care if it was Orlando that actually was the trigger man, Big Dre, Keefe, or T-Bone. All 4 of them motherfuckers are guilty of that crime. Not saying they were right, not saying that they were wrong, but they were definitely guilty of that, of the murder of Tupac Shakur. Yeah, to answer your question, that's my opinion on that, Big John.
Do you feel like, because Gene had mentioned that he kind of thought that Tupac might have been going to the stash box. Do you think that's accurate or no? What's your opinion on what their reaction was when shots started?
Yeah, there definitely was a stash box in the car, and there was 2 guns in the stash box. Guaranteed. I know for a fact. People always say that was Norris Anderson car and this and that. The car was just in Norris Anderson name. But it was actually Suge car. That was a brand new 750 BMW that just came out on rims. Suge wasn't having his brother-in-law riding around like that, y'all. Y'all don't know Suge, so that's why y'all probably believe that. But no, that's just who name the car was put in, who was probably available that day to go sign for the lease or whatever. Or who was able, had a credit to qualify to get the car. And so that's all that was about, y'all. Just like with Buntry being in my car when he got shot and killed. It was always intended to be for Buntry. It wasn't intended for Reggie to ride around in no Denali or nothing like that. Because I was riding around in a little something different. Anybody that know me will know what Reg was riding in during that time. But, and it was made by a German. But anyway, yeah, y'all gonna get mad. But as Suge Knight alluded to, when he said Tupac was trying to leave me, and Tupac was trying to get away from that hot seat, where all that fire and that lead was coming towards him, and jump in the back seat of the car, is what I really believe Pac was doing, or his body was jumping from no gunshots. One of the two. No disrespect to Pac, but I just call a ball, strike a strike. That's just me. So that's my belief on that, Big John.
Okay. But just real quick, just to wrap this up, when you guys did get the car back, the police had not found the search box and the guns were still there. Is that accurate?
No, they didn't find. I think the first person that ever reported knowing the search box or knowing about the search box, other than us, was me reporting it about the guns, and that's where everybody get that from, because nobody has ever mentioned that prior to Reggie Wright. But Reggie the one's always lying and stuff. But the first person that actually reported it was about 2 or 3 years ago, Big John. and that was when the car company that's currently trying to auction it or sell the vehicle, or the owners of the vehicle now, reported that they found a stash box or a hidden compartment uh, inside the vehicle. So yeah, enjoy the Super Bowl, y'all, and tomorrow, Monday, me and John will be loading up a new episode, and for y'all to come and view and check out.